Welcome back to Kelleigh Evaluates Opera Omnia. Today is the popular treasure hunter from Final Fantasy VI, Locke Cole. Not only was he released today in Opera Omnia, but also in Dissidia NT, so if you also have that game, give him a whirl. At the end of the video, I'll give bonus first impressions of him in NT. Why not? Locke Cole joins us as a dagger-wielding blue crystal unit. With the 100 high crystals from his own event, the 200 bonus from Generosity that we got with the event as well, and another 200 from the double blue Agrius event right before this, I'd find it hard to not have the crystals to get him to 60, which I think will be very important, which should become apparent soon enough. His base stats boast top-of-the-line speed and initial bravery, above average max brave, average attack and defense, and bottom of the barrel HP. His 50 passive is In Search of Treasure, which is almost good. It slightly raises attack and speed for 5 turns upon attacking an enemy that isn't targeting him. I'm all for consistency, so the idea of not being able to trigger this when you want it makes it, like I said, almost good. Also, he's got so many other speed things that give him more speed that it's just another attack buff. His 54 passive slightly raises max brave and speed while buffed. Anyone's buff, by the way, not necessarily his. And his 58 passive moderately raises max brave and attack while buffed. It already looks like he's going to be stealing plenty of turns, though. Now let's go over his abilities. His first ability is Sneak Slash. It is a one-hit melee brave attack, which is greatly increased when being not targeted by the enemy. It grants you Thief's Glove for 3 turns after use, which is a buff that raises his max brave, attack, and speed. Bravery attack also turns into Mug while Thief's Glove is active. Mug is a one-hit brave attack with low action delay and gives you either Genji Gloves or Miracle Shoes. You can only have one on at a time, and using Mug again will override the previous stolen quote-unquote item. Genji Gloves raises his attack and turns HP attack into HP plus, which is a 2-hit brave to HP attack. Miracle Shoes raises speed. Forgot to add a word into the script. Sorry about that. Miracle Shoes raises speed, reduces the brave damage taken, and gives him a bravery regen, and also turns HP attack into HP plus, which is just a one-hit brave to HP attack with no action delay at all. It's an instant turn. That's a lot of information to take in, and if you aren't able to read Japanese, a way you can tell which item you stole is to memorize one symbol in each name. Genji Gloves ends with a tree-looking symbol, while Miracle Shoes starts with an E without the spine, and ends in the symbol that looks like a stick figure doing the Naruto run. If this came off as insensitive, I apologize. I have much respect for languages and wish I had the time or ability to learn them, but this is how I get by without having to open up my translator app every 3 seconds. Now let's continue with weapon passives and extension. His 15 CP weapon, which of course you get one for free, is called Mongosh, and it raises the potency of Sneak Slash and the plus version, while improving the effects of Thief's Gloves and extends its duration to 5 turns. Honestly, this weapon is completely skippable unless you really want to max lock. Sneak Slash Extend gives it 2 more uses, increases its number of hits to 2, slightly raises its total potency, turns it into a plus version after use, which puts Locke's next turn right before the enemy unless a summon is active, and is removed after use. It moderately increases the potency of Mug and both HP pluses. The extension grossly outclasses the weapon, and after all is put together, he indeed does steal plenty of turns to honestly do not much. Pretty disappointing considering all the mechanics to it. So let's go over what is clearly his better skill. Phoenix Ray is a ranged, one-hit AoE Brave to HP attack that's split equally. Don't worry, I promise this gets better. His 35 CP weapon is Thief's Knife. It raises all party members' bravery based on his attack, raises its potency, and recovers everyone's HP based on damage dealt up to 20% of their max HP. AoE battery HP attacks are totally all the rage this season, and this also has a side benefit to heal, which can double battery overheal units. Phoenix Ray Extend increases number of hits to 3, moderately raises its total potency, and further raises bravery damage dealt versus a single target, and bravery stolen can overflow up to 120% of max bravery. Oh boy, I really like this fully maxed skill, and can possibly replace Aiko on my AoE overheal team when it comes to clearing non-boss nodes in story or LCs. His EX weapon is Assassin's Dagger, which gives him the EX ability Mirage Dive, which is a 7-hit Brave to HP attack that can overflow up to 150% and grants Treasure Hunter buff for 6 turns. Treasure Hunter raises max bravery. I need to stop losing my place. Treasure Hunter raises max bravery, attack, and speed, and at the end of his turn, randomly recovers either Brave or HP. LB1 increases damage. LB2, of course, is the obligatory faster recharge, and LB3 tremendously raises break bonus gained by the party after breaking an enemy. This is alright. His battery... This is alright, but still not as good as Ace's. But does have the added benefit of being less gimped by needing to shave a large amount of bravery before you start critting to easily reach your max overflow. As for artifacts, his battery is based off of attack, so that's going to be top dog here. And since he'll be sitting at high brave amounts setting up sneak / mug turns, I'd give 330 max brave a nice second place. I personally would give Phoenix Ray power up third, which looks like that. In Search of Treasure up 4th place, and Sneak / power up 5th, with everything else being irrelevant. As for the banner, you'll get to pull a 10+1 for free, making it already a great banner. As for any pull afterwards, Setzer is a nice chase if you don't already have him, but Celis isn't nearly as valuable, so evaluate your risks based on how much you want Locke and don't already have Setzer. I wanted to record my free pull for the video, but I was too tired at the time. I pulled his 35 CP weapon and maxed it with Power Stones, with an off-banner Tidus 15 CP weapon, which is just going to be one of those Power Stones given back. Locke isn't anything impressive, and only because I fell into a niche team type and got that free 35 CP weapon and was swimming in blue high crystals, I'm even using him at all. I'm sure his kit feels good for his lore to people who are more versed in Final Fantasy VI than I am. I'd have to predict his marks would be close to lightning, but maybe 5, 8, 10-ish points higher due to Phoenix Ray being an AoE battery. At best, this would put him at about 67, 69 in the current list when compared to Lightning, and the Japanese have him placed at an early 73. But as always, don't let dumb concepts of a tier list of this fun game to deter you from pulling your waifus, and I know a lot of you pine for Locke, so do it up. I eagerly await to see who awaits us next month, still hoping to see Sice. As for the 2 predicted LCs, I'll probably be passing up on Kuja's, and I might be slightly intrigued by Quistis for my love of Final Fantasy VIII. But for now, the plans are still holding out for Alice, and I mid-key think Lena's gonna be the next S tier when she gets her awakening, predicted the second LC of the month after. That will be it for today, and you can expect a video covering next month's info reveals when that drops. Remember, friends are the greatest treasure. Peace and love. Insert air horn noises. Yeah, ooh, bonus content time. Yeah, I played Locke for one match in NT, and he friggin' blows. I just wanted to go back to Lightning the whole time. I couldn't even confirm Brave attacks. This just seemed really silly for someone who's supposed to be really fast. And they said something about stealth. There's not stealth. It's just same thing as Opera Omnia. He can steal something when your target isn't targeting him. So if you want to counter an enemy Locke, if he's targeting you, immediately switch your attention, and then he can't steal the better items. So no matter what, his unique EX ability can steal a potion or ether, which just recovers braver HP. But if he gets off versus someone not targeting him, he gets even better EX weapons. Now, I'm not entirely sure how that worked, because after stealing an item, it seemed like you still had to wait for the recharge again before you can use it, which completely makes him even more bad in my eyes. All in all, I'd still rather just use Lightning as my assassin. Still waiting on a good DLC release, because I'm salty as sea salt that the first character we got was Vayne, which makes no sense because there was no recent release on any platform for the Zodiac Age, and the most recent thing that was released was the Windows version of Final Fantasy 15, so I honestly expected it to be Arden. Especially since, Noctis was kind of like introduced almost last minute to us as being on the on disc roster. Hell, I'd even expect Caius, since he got announced in this, he got put in the story for Arc 2 in Opera Omnia. Like, I just don't understand why it was Vayne, and it will never not upset me.